Okay. Yes, everything is working. Yay! Good afternoon, wonderful people. I hope that you are having a great day so far and a good start to your week. I am working on the Witchblade commission. And I'm doing this one, except for some of the background work that I did, I'm pretty much keeping this exclusively to on-stream work, which is awesome. Then I get to show you guys the whole process and work on it with all of you. So this is an 11 by 17 commission. So far, I've done one other one this year. I don't get to many of these throughout the year, but the man who this is for has been patiently waiting for a long time now. So I'm glad that I'm finally getting some time to get it done. Hey, River Dragon, I hope you're having a good day. So let's see if the camera is in the right place. So today is inking. I did the sketch with you guys on the first stream, and then on the second stream, I worked on moving the sketch onto an 11 by 17 piece of paper with a light box. So the paper is still taped down onto the light box, so I can still see my sketch underneath if I need it for anything. But today is putting in all the detail and getting this finished. Now, one thing I did want to remind you of is that with this piece, she is going to have a lace dress that's being torn by the Witchblade that's coming out. Harv is here. Hello. Oh, hello, Ninja Robert. Thank you so much. Hey, Philip. So one thing that I decided on the last stream was that instead of inking and drawing in all the lace right now, I'm going to color the dress, and once all the undertones are done, then I'll go over it with white to make the lace pop. So the lace I'm going to do at the end. Kind of once the coloring is finished, then I'll put in the lace. Oh, thank you so much, Ninja Robert. I really appreciate it. And thank you for following me on Facebook. That is awesome. Just like 2 minutes ago, before going on stream, I reached 25,000 likes on Facebook. Yay! Since I started Facebook a few years ago, it's much harder to get seen on a page. So to actually reach 25,000 is awesome. And I am so grateful to all of you who follow me there. Thank you. Hey, Lino, how are you? Yeah, Philip, well, I am pretty cold. I actually took off my other jacket that I had on too because I would look ridiculous. It's because I sit still and don't move. That's my problem. Yeah, 25,000, whoop, whoop. Okay, so I am going to be slowly plugging away at the detail. There's a couple places I want to make sure that they're done right before I go and ink them in. But for the most part, all the essential detail is here, and I just need to start inking. And this is going to be a beast of a project. I have never actually drawn Witchblade before, so this one is a new one for me. But when I started, when Harv brought up the idea of doing this one, I knew it was going to be a challenge because Witchblade just has so much detail. But it's a fun challenge, and I'm really excited about it. And it's had me do more perspective study with the new books that I just got. So I'm very happy for the chance to at least put some of the things that I've been reading into practice and get the whole background done properly, and that makes me so happy. I will be putting a window in the back, but I'm probably not going to ink it. I may, once I pencil it in, I'm going to leave it in pencil because I want that to be dropped into the background, not take up a lot of the attention real estate, as it were, because she is the main character. And if I put too many elements behind her that are, you know, the same line weight, black lines, all of that, I don't have a lot of the digital fuckery, if you will, that you can use when you're doing something digital, where you can color hold the lines and change them from black to a lighter tone, because this is a traditional commission. So I'm going to leave those lines in pencil. Ooh, it sounds so pretty in Edmonton right now, Shane. That's awesome. Oh, Ninja Robert, thank you so much for ordering the jeweled cover from Hell Witch. Or did you get the new Lady Death one? So that's the Hell Witch cover, right? Hey, Aether Fox, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you made it. Okay, Harv, thank you. Yes, I agree. She needs to be the focus. So yes, any additional background things, and even the curtains that I'm going to have are going to be very light. I'm not going to go really intense on them. Yeah, mild winter would be wonderful, no? So I just kind of roughly sketched in her hair. So I'm going to make sure that I have all the hair where I want it to be, because I need to not ink the places where the hair will be. Zoom in a little bit more here. You did both of them? Oh my God. Hi, Roller Ninja Robert. Thank you so much. Thank you too, Harv. You guys are amazing. It's so appreciated. Thank you so very much. So in typical me fashion, I haven't drawn in her eyes yet. It's one of those things I procrastinate on. No, I don't like that. I'm just looking for my kneaded eraser. Here we go. Sorry, Aether Fox. I am a little bit of a bad influence when it comes to art supplies. Sorry, not sorry. It's so much fun. And I kind of scored a really good excuse for getting a ton of the colors that I have. And my excuse was/is that I color a comic book series called Divinica. I do the interiors with Copic markers. Now, issue 4, we did switch and I did watercolor instead. And I'm not sure how we're going to handle issue 5, which is Medusa. Woo! But that's why I kind of plunked down a fair amount on amassing some more colors early in 2016, I think it was. No, 2017? Yeah, early 2017. I bought a ton of markers at Emerald City Comic Con. So I know that's a slightly unfair advantage that I was able to like excuse a lot of the purchase. But even just getting 1 or 2 here and there, like you said you're doing, is awesome. And in my opinion, it's so much more fun. Like, I don't own every color. And it's kind of like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. It's so much more fun than if you get all of them in one shot. You're not a big jewelry person to begin with, Harv. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much for ordering mine, though. That is really awesome of you. Here's a question for you guys. Does watching the process of the making of these covers in some way make you or help you feel more attached to the final piece? Kind of like you had a part in it, or you saw it and you remember different things that happened, or even conversations that you were having with other people on the stream. I'm not even talking about myself, but does it make you feel more interested in purchasing the cover that I did, or is it just that you liked the cover and would have bought that one that I drew anyway? Because I know that you have a lot of choices, especially in a Kickstarter, to get or not to get certain covers. So I'm just interested if Twitch helps in that way, or is good promotion as far as the art themselves and stuff like that. If anyone has an opinion on that, I'd be really interested to hear. Mike Elinas, he lives! Hello! Oh, thank you, Lino. Michaels has a daily coupon. Yep, that's it. I use that coupon too. Oh, that is so cool. Thank you. Is it Ether Fox or Aether Fox? Merrick Bohr, thank you so much for following me here. I really appreciate it. Oh, don't worry about it, Mike. I'm just giving you shit. It's completely understandable if you can't make it all the time. I don't expect anyone to be here at every single Twitch stream, but it's awesome of you to make it today. Oh, okay, Hardy. Ether Fox. Okay, thank you. Hi, Rock Trooper. Oh, love you too, Sheldon. Have a good day at work, and I'm so glad it worked out and you were able to get your Cintiq working. It's really stressful when it doesn't. I hear you on that one. Ether Fox. Ether Fox. Okay. Ether Fox. Thank you. I'm sorry. Bye. See you later, Sheldon. And thank you, Mike. Thanks for everybody on here who did give me some feedback about it, that, it does get you more connected with the work, because that is wonderful to hear. Thank you so much. And if you're saying that because you know that that's what I want to hear, I'm sorry. I don't know how to give you a way around that. Besides telling you I'm really okay if you're like, no, it doesn't really make a difference. You know, that's good to know as well. Ether fox. Ether fox. Just gonna say that a few times. Ether fox. I always feel so bad when I completely mutilate somebody's name. It's the worst. Ether fox again. All right. Now, sometimes Witchblade's hair is really, really long. Other times it's a little less long. So I'm just going for the burn here, and I'm making her hair like mid-thigh length because why not? Oh, thank you, Harv. Well, it's truly appreciated. Thank you so much. Which cover, Lino? This one that I'm working on, because this is a commission, so I will be doing it all by hand, or traditionally. Oh, yes, Mike. Okay, the paper that I use most often, because the Copic, actual Copic paper, they don't come in 11 by 17. So that one is... it's not the one I use for big commissions like this, and it's not as thick as the paper I like to give for commissions. However, all right, so the paper that I said with the Copic markers, it basically blends itself, that is called Express It paper. I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, so it's Express It like that. And then the paper I use is Cougar Super Smooth. All right, there you go. No, Mike, I used the Cougar Super Smooth for yours because the Express It paper is wonderful. So nothing against it whatsoever, but it's thinner. It's probably like 3/4 the thickness of the Cougar Super Smooth paper. And I feel better about handing over pieces with slightly thicker paper. So yeah, I used the Cougar Super Smooth on yours. Just moving the light a little bit. Oh, thank you, Philip. What store in Calgary do I get my paper from? All right, I get it. No, I use 110-pound paper, I think. I think I put on my thing that it's 120 or 140, but I do believe it's 110, but it's cover. So it's, because it's a printing paper. It's not really a paper you can find in an art store. And it's 110-pound cover. And then there was someone else. Oh yeah, Shane. The paper, I get it from a local printer. So, and you know, I've worked with a few printers here in Calgary, and they all seem to be able to access that paper. Maybe there's like, you know, every city has one or two major paper suppliers or something like that. Yeah, call a printer and see if they have it. Why do you get some old cars? I have no idea, Lino. Does anyone on here watch Gotham? Yes, try print shops, Shane. That's where I get it from. And then you can just order like the size you want. I think that the paper itself comes in like 13 by 19 sheets or 12 by 18 or something like that. You're a season behind? I think I might be as well. I think I'm on season 4. I don't know if that's the right season right now or something. So I was a season behind. I may have caught up and now I'm watching on the right season. Yeah, it is really good. Okay, season 4 is the latest, so then I'm almost done. And, you know, I'm sure everybody's, especially the gangster types on this show, are always kind of changing, and one week they're aligned and the next week they're enemies, and, you know, who knows, right? But I'd have to say my favorite person right now, maybe it's just that they're, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it is, but the guy who plays Victor Zsasz, I really like him. Yes, it's a very good time to binge watch. For sure, Ninja Robert. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying the show. Penguin is amazing. The guy who plays Penguin is just an incredible actor. He is really good. And I also really like Enigma. He makes a really good Enigma. Oh, Jeff Comic, thank you so very much for getting my jeweled cover. You rock. It's going great. Thank you. Hey, K374. How are you doing? Yeah. And, you know, I actually looked up the guy, the actor, and, you know, because he kind of, I think I've seen him in other places too, and he generally plays like an assassin kind of dude, or a bad guy. And, you know, it's one of those really cool things where he has what's called alopecia, I believe, which means that he has no hair on his head or eyelashes, or I don't think he has eyelashes or eyebrows or anything like that. And he's just made it like his personal strength, as far as that is his calling card. It's almost like, yeah, his signature. That is who he is, and he's used it, and he plays the roles, that at least the ones that I've seen him in, so well. And what's really cool about it is he's like you said, where he's like, oh, well, that mission is pointless now. Let's go get a milkshake. Or he like compliments somebody on their dress, and he's just kind of like really chill and funny. Yes, I agree. Penguin has really made it his own. I was I don't know, like a tough sell on anyone being able to play that part, but he did so good. Yeah, Robin Lord Taylor. I knew he had a really cool name, but I couldn't remember it. It's true. I would love to know how much of it is ad-libbed as well. I'm glad you like Witchblade, Ketan. I'm on the fence whether I like Sophia Falcone or not. She's definitely extremely pretty. But whether I think she's like a good person or not, well, obviously she's not a good person, but you know, an interesting character or not, I'm on the fence. I haven't really seen enough of her to know yet, I guess. Okay, no spoilers. I'm just talking about the actors. It might be. It's true, Ninja Robert. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen those images, Mike. Oh, that would be really cool to know, Harv. Hey, Juan Solo, welcome to the stream for today. Oh, thank you for stopping in to say hi, Anthony. Have a great day. All right, let's get her eyes drawn in. Me and my procrastinating. Firstly, I usually start with just a little dot to know if I've got the eyes in the right place, if I'm happy with them, or if I need to move them a little bit, which I do. I'm probably not doing a night stream tonight, Anthony. I'm so sorry. Yeah, right now she looks like she has crazy eyes. Spooky! Sorry. I have other stuff I have to do. I need to get going on my art book cover. I said I was going to do it yesterday and I didn't. I have to discipline myself. It's like too easy to keep working on the layout and then I keep not doing the actual drawing. It's just a generic face, Rock Trooper. I just kind of draw what I draw. And though sometimes I will look, not in this case. In this case, I didn't look at anything. I just kind of started with an oval. But sometimes I will look at other features, other nationalities, just to make sure, like with Magu, for instance, I looked at a lot of Chinese faces because, you know, I'll get in a mode of drawing a Caucasian face and the features are very different. And I don't want to just like give them, you know, the cat eye and be like, oh yes, there's a Chinese person. No, I want to actually understand what makes their faces the way that they are. The higher cheekbones, the you know, smaller brow, like here, right here, whatever this is, like at the top of the nose. All of those things are what make a person look the way they look, right? And so I will study faces for learning things like that. Or, you know, Magu was a really good one to use as an example in so many ways, because also there was like an older woman, like a very old woman. And that, you know, I need to look at how the wrinkles are and, you know, not treat it the way cloth is, but look at the skin and how it moves and changes as you age. And so those things, yes, I do study faces for that. But in general, no, I don't have a particular person I'm copying. Though for some Ancient Dreams work and even some Southern Nightgown work, I have very much used J.P. Roth as reference for the characters. See you later, Anthony. There we go. Okay, inking time. All right, so for my inking pens, I know I've told you guys this a million times, but I'll repeat myself yet again. I like the Faber-Castell Eco Pigment pens and the Copic multi-liner pens. And I just kind of toggle between the two. I don't really have any specific one that I use for specific places, except for this one, which is the thinnest pen I have. And it's the Copic multi-liner 0.05. It is tiny. And I use this one when I need to do a lot of detail stuff. Otherwise, to be perfectly honest, my favorite nib is the Eco Pigment one. There's just something about it. It comes to a point a little bit better. And I'm talking about a fraction of a millimeter, a fraction of a millimeter, tiny differences. But you know, when you're working on using these pens like for days on end, you start to notice certain things. So my preference as far as nibs are definitely the Faber-Castell ones. Yeah, and that's completely fine, for sure, Rock Trooper. I just sometimes don't, just to practice and get myself used to drawing faces without reference, you know, but then sometimes it's good to use the reference to change it up a bit, or, you know, to learn features that you don't draw all the time. When will I be making a guest appearance in London? I would love to go to a show in London. I just am kind of waiting to be invited. But, you know, it's also just one of those things I probably would need to pre-plan a little bit. Yes, they do come very small, and this, I believe, is their thinnest one, is this 0.05. Yeah, ad-libs, I guess, is something you'd find out about more, you know, in an interview, I'd imagine. Okay, I also have the Copic 01, just in case this nib. See, what happens is the nibs, as they get older, when they first start, they're almost like a point to them. As you use them too much, well, or as you use them, period, the point starts to go flat. And then I don't feel that it makes a very smooth line. So these ones are fine, but probably soon I'm going to go buy some new pens. So some artists are really good at just throwing down a line. I'm a little bit more of a tick, tick, tick draw inker. I used to ink with a brush, and that I personally find is the easiest way to get a nice clean line. I use let me see if I have it here. I may not. I use a Winsor & Newton Series 7 brush, but oh no, it's a little bit, I need to wet it. But anyway, I use the Series 7 brushes for inking. And I may ink her hair with a brush because I actually have much better control of my ink lines when I'm using a brush. But for me, in places where all the Witchblade is, I feel like it's almost better to have slightly choppy lines, so I will be maybe toggling between the two. Oh wait, never mind. I will be inking it all with a pen because I'm not sure I have any Copic safe ink. I'll go look downstairs. I kind of have a few little places where I squirrel away art supplies, so if I have any, it'll be downstairs, and I'll go look and test it with Copic to see if it works. Hey David, yes, I reworked her hand a little bit. I wanted to make it slightly more intense looking. Hey, Mark Riojas. I saw what you said there, David. That is funny and awesome. Thank you. All right, I'm going to switch to 0.05 for a minute. So So this is the Copic Multiliner. These are the SP pens. I don't know what SP stands for, but I do know that any of these SP ones that are like aluminum or metal, these ones you can change the ink cartridge inside and you can replace the nibs. So it's basically the same concept as the Copic markers in that you can, I have a really hard time getting these open, is that you can replace everything. So initially they are more expensive than the multiliner, just the normal multiliners, but at the end of the day, you get to keep them and use them forever. So it does make them quite handy. Oh, Harv, Dave called you a lucky SOB. All right, so this is the Copic Multiliner. Let me see if maybe it'll look a little clearer if I put some light on. So yes, my nose is going to be directly on the paper pretty much while I'm working on these parts. And it's just how I work. I feel like I have better control if my face is really on it. Also, technically I am supposed to be wearing glasses, so there's that reason as well. Yes, technically. Move all my pens out of the way. So I use my left hand to kind of hold the paper down. And for now, I'm just going to leave the center line of her mouth lined, and the rest I'm probably going to leave as pencil. I'll clean up the line a little bit, but I prefer the lips to not be fully outlined, and that's just a personal preference thing. It is not something that, is in any way a technique you should be doing. It's just something I prefer. And once I'm done inking her, I plan to give her a little bit more of an outline, like all the way around her her silhouette. so that she pops even more, so that the lines, like I want all the interior lines of her body and her detail to be thin and, you know, properly weighted. But then all the way around, I'm gonna thicken the lines so that she pops out a little bit more. And it's pretty much something I do on almost every cover. Maybe it's not something that you've noticed because it's not like I make it really thick, like Sharpie marker thick, but just a little tiny bit. It helps bring that main character forward and give them a little oomph in the focal point arena. Yeah, it's just a little bit, Rock Trooper. A lot of times what I'll do is I use a 0.3 millimeter pen to ink my final pencils, and then I'll use a 0.5 to do a full exterior line. So it's not by much, but it's just enough. And right now I've got the light source is here and then behind her. So I'm gonna make a lot of the thicker lines. See, there's a shadow cast by her chin onto her neck. Anywhere where I feel an element would be casting a small shadow, I'm making the line a little bit thicker. Twisty, twisty. I hope that didn't make someone feel sick. So I've got a mixture of the Witchblade and her dress on this shoulder. Tea time. I'm switching to 0.2. Yes, I have an 11 by 17 scanner. It's a MusTeck, MUSTEK. Oh, no worries, Arrow. That sounds awesome, though. See you later, Mike, and thanks for hanging out for as long as you could. Have a good one. So this whole part is tears in her dress. Here's the actual bend in her elbow. So I'm just going to give a little bit of a wrinkle in the shirt right there. Sorry, my hand seems to be covering what I'm doing. Let me see if I can adjust that somehow. So I'm turning the camera on a little bit of an angle. Bernard, hey, thank you so much for following me here. You are awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that there was pretzel. My bad. There we go. Yeah, I started everything up and then had to restart the computer. So I must have forgotten. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, yay, Harv. I'm so happy. Woot! Oh, thank you so much, Bernard. It's very, very appreciated, that's for sure. And I'm sorry you didn't know until now. Right, now this down here is her elbow. So that's gonna have a slightly different texture. Maybe I'll give it some little tears right here to show that it's the cloth. All right, and then I'm gonna take a 0.3 and do the outline on the Witchblade right now. Yeah, Witchblade would be great for that. It's a good like crash course in females and fine lines, that's for sure. Super detailed practice, yes. Oh, thank you, Ether Fox. All right, now I want to do the back arm. And this one wouldn't have as much of a exterior outline because I do want to throw this one into the background. It's in a slightly different plane than she is because it's behind her, right? So I don't want to make the lines as thick as, say, the hand in the front. Plus, I want the focal point to be on the hand in the front. But then all along the side of her body would also be a thicker line. That's my plan. Anyway, what day do I think I'll Twitch the coloring? Probably I'll do some. It really depends where I'm at with my art book cover because that is technically also something I need to have done. And Harv, I love you so much, but I might have to toggle between the two. And I think Harv knows that already because I need to get my art book off to the printer. So, long explanation short, I may do some on Friday and Sunday, or I may switch to my art book, but either way, I will go do a Twitch again on Friday and another one on Sunday, and then I'm going to try to do a fair few at the beginning of next week because I have, I'm leaving on Thursday for Tucson Comic-Con. So between now and the end of next week, I'm going to try to have this one pretty much done and my art book done. So I'm going to be working on both simultaneously. I'm sorry if that didn't answer your question at all. Oh, thank you, Mark Riojas. That means a ton. Oh, thank you so much, Lino. Thank you, Harv. You're wonderful. I so appreciate your patience, and I don't want to rush this one. Oh, thank you, Rock Trooper. Yeah, so I need to do my art book cover, and I'm going to be... My plan right now for the art book cover is that half of the book cover in the front is going to be colored digitally, and the half on the back is going to be colored traditionally. So what that means is I'm probably going to have to do the same image twice. Fully traditional, fully digital. So that is going to be a little bit more of a challenge and take a bit longer. But it's not like my print deadline has changed. I've just gotten ambitious, like usual. Ether, you're so great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bernard. Oh, yay. Thank you, Rock Trooper. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. I'm really, I'm going artsy this time. I usually just plan my art books by, like, what I think would be fun to draw. This one I tried to think about, well, what are the contents of the art book? What are the, what is kind of me as an artist? What sort of represents me? And, you know, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is an art book of art I drew, right? So I realized that, you know, a good portion of what I do is traditional, and, you know, a good portion of what I love is traditional. And, like, I guess the Divinica issue 4, the Magu cover, where, you know, it's all drippy paint, and I did it was my first watercolor. That kind of inspired me as well, you know, of, like, the painterly look and the raw awesomeness of traditional artwork. And so I would like to have a bit of both. Now that I'm also learning digital color, it sort of represents the things that I am learning and working on and doing in art. So that's why the front is going to be digital and the back will be traditional, if that makes sense. You're off to Michael's? That is awesome. Have fun. That being said, about the book being handled in two different mediums is making it a little bit more challenging for me to figure out how exactly to do it. Should I just color half of one sheet of paper and only draw the other? Or, like, how am I gonna do this technically speaking? So I'm trying to wrap my head around that right now. You cannot beat the undo button. You are so right. What's the must-have color or shade? Okay, Ether, what is it that you generally like to color? That would be a good starting point. So far, you've only done an octopus. Okay. Well, for starters, I would recommend that you get yourself start with grays and then move on to other colors. But if you are going with some friends and are being adventurous, then I would recommend these 3 colors because I feel that you can color most skin tones with these 3 colors. And that is E41, 42, and 43. Hopefully you can see this. Can you see this? Yes. Okay. So these ones. Grays are C series. Those are the cool grays. If you're gonna do flat gray just to start with, I recommend that you start with the T series. But if you're interested in drawing skin, you can start with those ones. And then, you know, you can color almost any character. If it's a more olive skin toned person, you just would start with the 42 and work up to the 43. And then if you happen to have any colored pencils, you can add blush, you can add other tones with colored pencils, and then you just add on a color whenever your plan is kind of like my plan. When I can, I add in some more colors, something like that. My pleasure. Yeah, I know, right? I'm constantly promoting Copic. If only they sponsored, I would be so happy. A billion? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, wow, that is so very cool. Thank you so much. And if it does work out to be at MCM, that would be amazing. But for now, you have a great show, and thank you again for hanging out. And I need to write you down. The K374, I need to scroll up and find, you said your name up here. I need to add you to my Twitch cheat sheet for names. Oh, Ketan. All right, I found you. I'm going to write you down. Have a good one. Justin! Whoop, whoop. Hello, Justin. Okay, I'm just adding Ketan to my cheat sheet. So, hold please, everyone. Good night. K374 NG. All right. Just saving this. Save. All right, I'm back for real. All right, and I am using 0.2 Faber-Castell, no, this is not a Pit Pen, Eco Pigment And I'm just going to be inking away for a while, you guys. This piece is going to be so much fun and very time consuming. So these are rips and holes in her shirt. Something less creepy. Hey, Juan Solo. You have trouble filling your Copics? Oh, do you overfill them like I do? Yeah. Then always have a dab pad. Do you have a dab pad? Well, if you do have a dab pad, then definitely always have that beside you. And then secondly, something I'm trying is just get yourself a standard, like do 2 pumps or something on the refill instead of filling it until you start seeing it drip on the other end. In my case, I find it so irritating that they dry out too quick that I know I overfill them all the time. So at least I always have the dab pad right here. See? Here it is. And it is covered in stuff. So you can always just you know, save yourself the heartache of always having that around. But then also, you know, you don't want to waste the Copic marker refills. So yeah, maybe just do 3 and stop there and just find the amount that works for you. I have never bothered, and I probably should try to actually count how many is enough, like the perfect amount. But yeah, I mean, sometimes even when you get them from Copic, they explode when you open them, just because, you know, that's a good thing. Copic isn't being stingy. They're filling them up all the way, which is awesome. But, you know, sometimes I guess they do just splooge. And that's what happens, and you just have to always have your dab pad ready. You're welcome. I hope it helps, Mark. And I'm sorry. I feel your pain. It happens to me all the time. Or more like I do it to myself all the time by overfilling my markers. Thank you, Bernard. I'm having an intense hat hair day. And it's nice. It's one of the only hats I've managed to find that fits all my hair in it. So it's good times. Belly button peekaboo. Hello, Oana. Yes, the artist version of a hairnet. That's awesome. An artist dab pad sign. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I kind of just started the whole dab pad thing. So yeah, I can imagine Jay Lee looked at you like you were nuts. You always have a hat on, Bernard? I didn't notice that. I'm gonna have to go check it out. No, thank you, Oana. It was really hot. You're right. Okay, see you, Juan. Now, because her dress is white, I'm not going to go heavy on like the blacking and the shadowing of her actual dress. I'm going to keep that really, really basic line weight, basic line work, because otherwise it's going to make the dress too heavy and I'm going to have a hard time making it in the end look like a white dress. So my lines here are going to be quite thin. There's not going to be a lot of shading. I'm going to leave a lot of that heavy lifting for the Copic markers because I don't have to worry about all of it here. This is a colored commission. If this was going to be solely done in ink, I would be putting a lot more focus on the blacks and adding tone and shade and depth with the black ink. But because I get to use the Copics to do that, I can leave it a lot with thinner lines. I won't be putting a lot of depth into it because the Copics are going to handle that. True. I feel bad for them too, Justin. I'm telling you, if I was wearing an awesome dress and somebody made my Witchblade thing come out and all of a sudden, like, my dress was gone, I would be so furious. She looks a lot sweeter than I would feel if somebody, like, incited the dress tear. I did give her war brows, though. All right, so because I'm putting a helpful window in the background, there is going to be a little bit of light shining through her dress, which I think looks really pretty. So I will have a little bit, you know, where the portions where her legs are will be darker, and then the sections where the light would be shining through will be lighter, and I think that'll give it a fun effect. Yeah, exactly, Justin. Hey, Rihanna! Long time no see. How are you, love? It was snowing before. In September, we had a ton of snow. Like 14.5 inches, and I think it was in September. But anyway, it's all melted, and now we have the prettiest fall ever, and I'm so happy. Just making sure some of these lines I put in actually line up correctly, because they need to. You got me an E71. Oh my God, Rihanna, you're such a sweetheart. Okay, I will 100% pay you back. Thank you, love. Aw. That is so nice of you. I mean, the place that I went to, my art store, I'm so happy they have like a whole wall of Copics. It was just my, excuse me, just my luck that they were sold out. You're such a sweetheart. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh no. That is such a bummer. Poor guy. I'm responding to Justin. Aw. And did his kids not get a chance to play in it, Justin? Don't tell me he only has his kids sometimes and they didn't even see the pile he worked on for them. That would make me so sad. Oh, they've been loving it. Okay, so at least that they were able to play in it at least. Oh, good. That's good. Maybe they were done with it and happy that the landscapers took it away, you think? Okay, see you later, Mark. Have a good one. Yeah, I definitely never want anyone to get in trouble on my account because you're sneaking the Twitch stream. I love it that you guys are with me during the day and stuff, but I totally understand that you have to work and I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Love you guys. Oops. So I have to change the way that I'm inking when I go to doing her, the cloth. I keep accidentally doing really sharp lines, which I'm trying to only keep for the Witchblade, not for the cloth. That kind of ruins it. So I keep making mistakes and inking the cloth lines too sharp. Oh my God, that is the worst, Justin. Ew! Yes, there can generally be some pretty exciting surprises in leaf piles. That is so awful. Thank you, Mocha Coffee. Oh, that is so bad. Ew. Oh, and thank you so much for the follow, Mocha Coffee. I really appreciate it. I do stream 3 times a week, and I try to explain my process. So, welcome to my Twitch stream, and I hope you enjoy it. Mocha, yes, not this one. This one is a commission, but I do stream a lot of my comic book covers and interior work that I do for my work, and those ones I stream as well. Thank you. Really? That's interesting. Now I'm trying to make sense of all of my weird scribbles. I can't figure some of this out. Where was my brain? Not entirely sure I follow what you guys are talking about. Oh, okay, the friend of yours. Brianna, I generally think about the light source, or what's closest to it if something is darkening that area. Or sometimes it's just an area you want to accentuate. So, and I'm just talking about how I do this. I haven't studied inking and I don't necessarily know the rules. So I just kind of wing it. But like somewhere on her hip, I would want to accentuate that she's sort of va-va-vooming to one side. And as such, I would make this side, the line, thicker. And then here I'm doing it because the leg is curved. So the portions that would be on the side facing away from the light, I've got those ones a little bit thicker. Maybe you're open to Dawn doing that, Dan, but Dawn is not. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Matthew! Yeah, this is like my first time drawing Witchblade. And I've honestly, like, truly and completely always admired Mark Silvestri and the whole Top Cow crew in how they draw organic and metallic organic elements. If you see the way they draw trees, the way they draw any kind of weaponry or textures, zombies even, all the textures that they're able to put into their work. And I think it all stems from Silvestri at the top. And the way that they do that is just so kick-ass. And of course, Mike Turner worked under Silvestri. And, you know, the way that they create all of that is literally mind-blowing and also very mind-boggling. So, you know, I wish I could just draw this and it would look like total Witchblade as far as the way that they're doing the metal. I'm finding it very challenging. Let's put it that way. It's like a high bar to hit for. Yes, this girl is a cop. That's a nice one, Justin. Oh, thank you, Rihanna. I'm with you, Matthew. Brooklyn Nine-Nine rocks. So I want to make it look like this, this piece of metal over her boot is kind of sticking up and then swirling around the back. So Rihanna, this is a spot where I would make it really dark underneath to show that it's sticking out from the rest of the boot. Tom is here, hello! The Witchblade boot becomes the next Harley boot. Yeah, that would be crazy. There is, Tom, on LadyDeathUniverse.com. So it's in the released again or here again Halloween prints. On the post that I put on Facebook, I posted a link there so that you can go to the Lady Death page and you can find that print if you want it. I personally don't have it. Yeah, I'm with you, Justin. That would just be so mind-bogglingly difficult. Oops, I'm sorry. I was down too low. You guys couldn't see. Oh, thank you, Tom. Alright, now I want to add in a little bit more of this stuff in here, but it needs to be following a little bit more clearly where her calf is. I'm just going to do that so that her leg looks a little more slender. Yeah, that would be fun to draw the darkness. Yeah, I haven't seen Venom yet. Oh, thank you, Philip. That's much appreciated. It's the best scene of the movie. I really need to see the movie, period. Sorry, guys. I hope that knuckle cracking doesn't bother you because I do it all the time. Okay, final hour. I need to go at 4 o'clock to go pick up my kids. I don't know if anybody saw on my diaries video what happened to me on Monday. I mean my diaries email with my whole lunch situation. Did any of you guys see that? Either way, what happened is my new kick to be healthy. You saw it? Where I like exploded egg everywhere. It was the most disgusting thing ever. I was like cleaning it out of the vents in the microwave. It was so gross. Yes, I had lunch. Then stay tuned because November 1st is almost here. Whoop whoop. Was the worst. It exploded. That's right, Justin. Thanks, Killface. Oh, it was such a mess. It was disgusting. Are you serious? Oh my god. Yes. Sorry, Tom. So, like I told you guys, I'm keeping my line weight for this whole part of her dress really, really light. Because I'm going to do most of the heavy lifting with color, with Copic markers. Killface, thank you for the follow. That is much appreciated. All right, now I'm gonna move on to a 0.3 size to do the outside line of her leg. There's no point in me inking it twice when I can just use a thicker pen. Oh, Justin, no, it's not Sherlock, believe it or not, but it looks so much like him, we had to choose that one. It's just too perfect. Hypno Sure. All glory to the Hypno Cat. That's right. I guess most cats are just extreme creatures of habit, and Sherlock is really becoming that way in his old age. He's almost 3, so he's not actually old, but in the morning when I sit down with my black coffee, which is really doesn't taste good. I don't like black coffee. Anyway, I'm sitting there like drinking my sludge and Sherlock has to stand right next to me when I'm like barely opening my eyes. And if I'm not like aggressively giving him so many scratches and love, he'll like stand on the table because it's like literally right here, and he'll put his paws on my shoulder and rub against my face. Be like, pet me, pet me. It's so intense. Why do I make black coffee if I don't like it? Because in the morning, I fast until noon. And so I don't have any cream, sugar, anything like that until noon, and it's just something I tried a couple years ago, and it's worked so well for me as far as like, you know, helping me maintain weight and stuff like that. So it's black coffee or black tea. I need the caffeine, so I drink black coffee. In an ideal world, I would have like a mocha frappuccino every morning, but can't do that. If you care about health. So right now it looks a little detail heavy on this side, and this side looks completely blank. There is a purpose for leaving it blank. I am going to be putting lace on the whole top part of her shirt. But I'm going to do the lace with white acrylic paint at the very end. So it's going to look blank, and like I just straight up forgot to put any detail on here. Obviously I'm going to ink the boob and everything, but then it's just going to look extremely blank right now. That space will be filled at the very end. Yeah, you like the smell of coffee? Oh, nice, Juan Solo. Way to make me efficient. Yeah, I don't like the taste of coffee black, but I love all the cream and the sugar in, you know, tasty coffees. That's really interesting, Justin, about the apple. I did not know that. You love tequila. All right, so here is some torn elements of her dress. I'm just gonna make it look like, you know, the Witchblade has torn some of the shirt up here, or the shoulder and arm portion of her dress. Because I think then it kind of ties it all together. Like, you know, here's where her bikini thing is, so here's where it's torn. And then where her leg is stepping forward, it's torn the dress there too. Oh, I don't know what a cabo wabo is. Was up here. You're a coffee sniffer. Nice. I am not a big drinker, you guys, like at all. I'm like a one drink every few weeks kind of person, if that. But I'll definitely taste this Cabo Wabo if you want me to. When I leave Tucson, I will. Oh, is the on the rocks or blended question for me, Tom? That is so awesome, Tom. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Yes, I prefer blended as well. It's just my whole sugar thing is really screwing, my no sugar plan is really screwing with my, Arizona margarita slushy that are just the best. Thanks, you guys. So I'm using the same pen. I'm just using the side of the actual nib and trying to keep my lines lighter. So here it's not torn on this side. And then here it's torn. And perhaps even some in places back here I need to untear it because I've got this whole section pretty torn to shreds, but technically it wouldn't necessarily be torn everywhere. Or maybe it would because she's walking back and forth. All right, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. For sure, Tom, you're awesome. Yeah, Tucson is Mexican food country, and I do quite love Mexican food. Oh, thank you so much, Bernard. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And Gabriel Black is here. How are you? Yes, I'm on a little earlier today. That is true. camera back a little bit more. I look extra cold. Yeah, a little bit. Hey Hans, how are you? All right, time to ink her hair. Yeah, well the beanie is because I have hat hair? What's it called? I need to wash my hair. I'm glad you're doing well. And thank you, Gabriel. I'm glad you're liking it. Yay! Oh, thank you so much, Harv. Yeah, because I wore a hat yesterday, too. And for yesterday, it was a fashion decision, and for today, it's, now I just have to roll with it, because I'm gonna wash my hair. And washing my hair, even though I wash my hair every like 2 or 3 days, my hair is long, right? It's down quite a bit past my waist. And so it takes so long to dry. I'll wash my hair and it'll still be kind of wet by the following day. So it's a little bit annoying. No, this is just what I wear to draw. Oh, thank you, Bernard. Sherlock's teeth cleaning is going great, actually. He's learning. You know, some nights he handles one side and then will not open his mouth to clean the other side. The thing is, he likes to lick all the toothpaste off the toothbrush, and then he's like, thanks, I'm good. It's very unhelpful, but actually it's going quite well. And I do brush his teeth every night after I tuck Lyndon into bed. He's my 8-year-old son. Then I call Sherlock. Sherlock comes into Lyndon's room and waits because he knows soon it's his turn after I put Lyndon to sleep. So then I put Lyndon to sleep and then I go brush Sherlock's teeth, wash his eyes, clean his face, and he gets a treat. So that's the nighttime routine. And he's pretty used to it now. Oh, thank you so much, Hans. That is so nice of you to say. I desperately need to go for a trim. Like, it's not even funny. Oh, really? He is? My cat is spoiled? Oh, well. That's what I've been told. I just don't know. Oh, yay. I'm glad you like that, Tom. Are you serious? That sounds like such a mess. I got Sherlock these bowls at, I think it was Petland or PetSmart, that are called the kneader feeder, because he was constantly like scooping or pushing all the food out of his bowls, and it was driving me crazy. And then Sherlock, he plays in his water bowl. So like he whacks his feet inside it, and then like, you know, sprays water everywhere, and he just splashes water all over the place when he drinks his water too. So I got these bowls called the kneader feeders, and they're amazing. I really like them. It has cut down the giant disaster that Sherlock makes by like 98%. Oh no, Arrow, I am so sorry. That's a bummer. I hope you feel better soon. Get some rest if you can. Hans, I have no idea, honestly. I would not say that likenesses are my forte at all. And I hate to be so unhelpful to you, but it's pretty much true. Like, I kind of feel like the whatchamajiggies, that Aquaman commission I did was a fluke. Okay, let's put it this way. He has such striking features, and his beard and hair made it a lot easier to pull off. I'm sure it's probably something that I would look at online and try to see if there's like caricature artists or something that can actually break it down. What I would do though is try to understand the underlying things of a person's features on their face and what makes it look like them, essentially. And I would say the main one is like the distance of their eyes from the bridge of their nose, and the shape of the nose, placement and shape of mouth, and try to break it down into small sections and really understand everything about a person's face, and that should help. But I would need to definitely like research it and study it more myself too. Oh, thank you, Tom. Oh, I'm sorry. That is so awesome. It's so sad that you're like scaring your dog. Bummer. Okay, sorry guys. I need to answer my son on something really quickly. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Okay, we're good now. Okay, I'm almost done with her hair. I guess so much of her hair is behind her, her body, and her hair is not the main element in this piece. So that definitely does save time because I tend to go way too all out with hair. And then, 6 hours go by and I'm like, well, I really worked through every lock of hair, but nothing else got done. Go me. Yeah, that's right, Arrow. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. I will take a look. Yeah, I decided not to use the brush because I'm making good time and I am not sure I have the right ink for it. These ones I know work with Copic markers. I haven't tested brush line inking in years with Copic markers. So if I do have any ink, it's going to be really old and I don't want to delay this piece anymore. Poor Harv. So I just decided to roll with the pen. Yeah, it is. Oh, Kayla, Kylie, sorry. She's probably not up yet, I need to see what time it is in Australia where she is. I think I have a world clock. Yeah, I believe it's 5:30 in the morning where Kylie is right now. So she's probably still asleep, poor thing. Gabriel, you know what? It really depends on the detail. For soft swooping lines like this, the brush is actually easier. So that's kind of why I was thinking to use the brush, but I've decided to just finish off with the pen because I'm not entirely sure I have the right ink. But that being said, brush would probably be easier for me here. But for things like the detail on the Witchblade, I think that pen is easier. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the fact that if I went live at this time, I would miss Kylie. So that is my bad. Right. I do know where Kylie lives. Okay, that sounds creepier than intended. It's just I work with her sometimes, so I do know her general time zone, and I keep it on a world clock on here. For anyone that I work with, or talked with a lot, like Sabine Rich lives in Berlin. Stefan who is doing the design for my art book cover. He also lives in Berlin, so then I need to figure out, and I keep it on time zone so I know that I'm not pestering someone at like 2 a.m. No, I do not have a Google Street Map of her house, no. I just have everybody in my world clock. This makes me sound like some sort of evil mastermind that I need to keep everybody on my world clock plan, but it helps me not bother someone if they're like, it's the middle of the night. Yeah. Hello, Gilherme Costa. Thank you so much for the follow. And if I read your name wrong, I'm so sorry. Hypno Sherlock. Oh my god, you guys. It's raining flowers today? What does that mean? Oh, okay, I see. You're awesome, Hods. So I'm just trying to make sure a lot of the lines from here carry on up to the top. They don't want to make things look like they couldn't even possibly meet up. I think that sometimes that doesn't look very good, and I've made that mistake a number of times in my own work. All right, I want to figure this whole area out. That didn't really make much sense to me. Let's fix that. That's funny, Justin. Yeah, I'm not liking kind of the whole thing right here. No, you're great, Justin. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure this is a Witchblade thing and I'm not like mentally confusing it with Fathom as far as exactly how these are set up. Yeah, it looks like they more stick up with Fathom, and maybe this high one I shouldn't really have here. Something a little bit more like that. Yeah, they do. Oh, hello, Heretic Monger. Thank you so much for following me here. I really appreciate it. And yes, you guys are right. They do have some similar traits. That's for sure. And that makes sense. You know, they're both by Mike Turner. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not like going way wrong. You know? going completely wrong is not something I'm trying to do. Yeah, if they do stick out, I think they're just way thinner. So like thin little things. So I want to put theirs in. Put those in, like thin ones. So I want to add some more thin coming out from around here. And then, yeah, maybe I need to put some more thin elements coming out and around. I think that would look really good. So maybe I'm not going to finish her hair on this side until I'm fully settled on this whole area. And you know what? If I make this thinner, it would probably work. It just needs to be way thinner. Something kind of like that. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. That is awesome of you. It's Heretic Monger, right? I love it. Oh, water effects. Boy, I don't know, man. That sounds really challenging. I'd love to try, but honestly, I have not tried water effects. Wonder booty for Justin. All right, I want to get a few more things going around. Yeah, get some here. So I want to have maybe one coming out from her arm right there. And then maybe another one like originating from over here. Spiky and pointy. All right, and I think I'm happy with this. If I just get a few thinner pieces going on as well, something like that. Oh, I know, Jim Lee is just crazy, crazy good artist. Yeah, I want to go back and see that. I'm curious how he does it. Okay, so I'm gonna finish inking this little shoulder piece right here, and then I have to go, you guys, because I need to go close down the stream and then go pick up my kids. So I really appreciate the whole time you guys have hung out with me here. I'm sorry if I confused anyone by streaming a little earlier today than usual. Technically, this is my correct time. I stream generally from like 1 to 4 when I'm home and when all is going according to plan during the week. And then on the weekends, I stream on from about 4 to 7:30 on Sundays. So anyway, but I am still waiting for the convention season to be done for me to actually come up with a plan for my stream schedule, if it's even possible. Oh, I'm so glad that you're liking it, Harv. Thank you. That makes me so happy. Okay, I just noticed something. These three are kind of the same distance from one another. So while I do like having an element there, I'm gonna move it somewhere else so that it's not quite boom, boom, boom like that. So I need to think about that. Well, I sure hope so, because Turner is just unbelievably awesome, and I wish so badly that I could have had a chance to meet him. Hello, Linus Groom. Thank you so much for following me here on Twitch. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you have enjoyed the stream thus far. And I am going to be leaving now, but I will do more streaming very soon to finish this one up. T-Tiger, thank you also for the follow. This is so great. I really appreciate the follows, everyone. Thank you very much. And once again, this is a commission of Witchblade for Harv NYC, who is on the stream today. Yay. It's a full body 11x17 with background, fully colored piece. Harv went for it. And I am having a ton of fun. It's been so great doing this stream with you guys today. I'm pretty much done with the inking, which is awesome. And I will catch you all next time, hopefully, to start coloring. Woot! You guys are great. Have a good one. I'll be in touch soon with more art time. Lots of love to you all. I'll see you all, I think, Friday? Yes, on Friday. Mwah! Lots of love. Have a good one. Ah, Mike, hey! See you later.